Welcome back to Gunman Ballistics. I'm your host, and it's good to have you here on the range. Let me ask you something. In a throwaway world where most things are built cheap and meant to break, what does it really mean for a firearm to last? Not just for a couple of seasons, not just for your lifetime, but strong enough to be handed down and still running for the next generation. Some designs are built with that level of integrity, steel, engineering, and craftsmanship so solid that the gun isn't just a tool, it becomes part of your family's history. Today we're breaking down the top 7 handguns built to outlast you. This list isn't about flashy trends or the newest polymer wonder. It's about guns with iron-willed reliability, proven service records, and the kind of build quality that turns them into heirlooms. So if you believe in legacy, durability, and honest shooting, stick around. Let's get started. Number 7. CZ-75B. Kicking off the list is a Cold War classic, the CZ-75B. This pistol rolled out of Czechoslovakia in 1975. For years it was locked behind the Iron Curtain, and Western shooters couldn't touch it. But once it hit the world market, people quickly realized they were looking at one of the finest service pistols ever made. The 75 is all steel. It has weight, and that mass soaks up recoil beautifully. Its signature design feature is the slide inside frame setup. That lowers the bore axis, reduces muzzle rise, and helps deliver pinpoint accuracy. Ergonomics are legendary. The grip angle and contour fit so naturally in the hand that other manufacturers have copied it for decades. The real reason it makes this list, though, is durability. Built in an era where engineers refused to cut corners, the 75 is known to push tens of thousands of rounds with nothing more than basic cleaning and spring replacements. Pros: excellent ergonomics, soft recoil thanks to the weight, and outstanding accuracy right out of the box. Cons: heavy for concealed carry, and the double action pull can feel long until you've put in some trigger time. Price: expect to find new models between $600 and $750. Number 6. Ruger GP100. At number 6, we're moving to an American workhorse, the Ruger GP100. This revolver launched in 1985, designed specifically to handle a non-stop diet of .357 Magnum without beating itself to death. Bill Ruger's philosophy was simple: build it heavier and stronger than it needs to be. The frame is overbuilt from investment cast steel, with extra reinforcement around the top strap and the forcing cone. The cylinder locks in 3 points for absolute consistency, and instead of fragile side plates, the trigger assembly drops out as a single modular unit, making cleaning straightforward and keeping everything solid over time. In short, this revolver has a reputation as the most indestructible double-action wheel gun mass-produced in the United States. Pros: extreme durability, straightforward maintenance, and enough weight to tame the sharp recoil of full-house Magnum rounds. Cons: it's heavy, great for shooting sessions, but a burden for daily carry. And like most revolvers, you're working with 6 rounds. Price: new production P100s usually fall between $750 and $900. Number 5. Beretta 92 FS, also known to the U.S. military as the M9. This sidearm isn't just a tool of war, it's also one of the most recognizable handguns to ever hit Hollywood. Adopted by the United States Armed Forces back in 1985, the M9 held the line as the standard issue service pistol for over 3 decades. What sets it apart? That signature open-top slide. It gives spent brass a massive escape route, which means malfunctions like stovepipes almost never happen. The pistol is all-metal, hammer-fired, and runs in a double-action to single-action system. It balances well in the hand, with a solid, confident feel that only a full-size, service-grade pistol delivers. Its reputation is more than hype. The metallurgy is proven, the design is mature, and the track record in combat speaks for itself. Pros: proven reliability under hard use, light recoil impulse thanks to the weight, and excellent accuracy for a service pistol. Cons: that grip is large, which can be an issue for shooters with smaller hands, and the slide-mounted safety and decocker aren't as intuitive as a frame-mounted safety for some users. Price: Expect to pay around $650 to $800 for a brand new Beretta 92 FS. Number 4. SIG Sauer P226. This is the pistol that almost took the M9 contract. In fact, many argue it should have. Engineered through a blend of Swiss precision and German durability, the P226 set a new bar for service-grade pistols. It cleared every technical trial the military threw at it. The only thing that cost it the win was price. But special operations groups, including the Navy SEALs, saw the difference and chose it anyway. Built on an alloy frame with a hammer-fired action, the P226 offers world-class accuracy right out of the box. The single-action trigger is crisp, the double-action is smooth, and the overall fit and finish feel a step above most other pistols of its era. Its slide is cut from a single block of stainless steel, giving it the strength to endure round counts few pistols will ever see. Plenty of these guns have broken the 100,000 round mark with nothing more than routine spring swaps. Pros: excellent accuracy, legendary reliability, ergonomics that include a simple and intuitive decocking lever. Cons: price. It is one of the most expensive service-grade handguns, and the bore axis is slightly higher than some competitors. Price range: $900 to $1,200 for a new P226. Number 3. Smith & Wesson, Model 686. Released in 1981, this revolver was Smith & Wesson's solution to a problem many shooters were running into. The older, lighter K-frames were getting battered by a steady diet of full-power .357 Magnum loads. The answer was the L-frame design, beefed up in all the critical areas, yet still slimmer and easier to carry than the massive N-frame guns. Made entirely of stainless steel, the 686 is built for both strength and corrosion resistance. It quickly earned a reputation for having one of the smoothest double-action trigger pulls you could get right from the factory. And the single-action break? Clean, crisp, and a joy for precision shooting. This revolver is the perfect marriage of classic American design and modern metallurgy. It's refined enough to be a showcase piece, but rugged enough to take into the backcountry when lives depend on it. Pros: that unmistakable Smith & Wesson trigger, exceptional accuracy, and stainless steel construction that shrugs off rust. Cons: like the Ruger GP100, it's heavy, capacity is limited, and while rare, extreme round counts can cause timing issues faster than what you'd see on the beefier Ruger frames. Price: a new Smith & Wesson model, 686, generally runs between $800 and $1,000. Number 2. Glock 17. Coming in at number 2, we have the pistol that flipped the firearm industry upside down. The Glock 17. Back in the early 1980s, Gaston Glock, an Austrian engineer with zero prior firearm designs, introduced a polymer-framed, striker-fired handgun. The old guard laughed. They called it a plastic gun. They said it would never hold up. Well, history proved them dead wrong. The Glock 17 became the blueprint for the modern combat pistol. Lightweight frame, high magazine capacity, a firing system so simple that failure is practically a non-issue. Its polymer frame doesn't rust, flexes just enough to tame recoil, and shrugs off abuse that would destroy traditional designs. This is the pistol that has been buried in sand, dunked in mud, frozen solid, even run over by vehicles, yet it still cycles. The Glock 17 earned its reputation as a pistol that flat-out refuses to quit. Pros: legendary reliability, lightweight, generous capacity, and a parts ecosystem unmatched in the handgun world. Cons: ergonomics are polarizing, and the factory trigger is more serviceable than it is inspiring. Price: a brand new Glock 17 usually runs between $500 and $600, making it one of the most affordable pistols in this lineup. Number 1. The 1911. And at the top of the list, standing tall as the true patriarch of the semi-automatic handgun, the 1911. Designed by John Moses Browning and formally adopted by the U.S. military in the year 1911, this pistol carried American troops through World War I, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. It isn't just a sidearm. It's an icon. Crafted from steel, built with timeless lines, and ergonomically perfect right out of the box, the 1911 is proof that genius design never goes out of style. The single-action trigger remains the gold standard. crisp, short, and unmatched for precision. And when properly cared for, a well-made 1911 from a company like Colt or Springfield Armory becomes more than a firearm. It becomes an heirloom, a gun you hand down across generations. Pros: the trigger is second to none. The slim frame conceals better than you'd expect from a .45 caliber handgun, and accuracy is baked into the design. Cons: standard magazines carry only 7 or 8 rounds, and unlike a Glock, the 1911 demands a little more care and a shooter who understands its quirks. Price: solid entry-level production models start around $800. A custom-built 1911 can climb into the thousands. So, there it is. 7 handguns engineered with one mission in mind: endurance. Each one has proven it can outlast the years, the elements, and even generations of shooters. But now I want to hear from you. Which of these pistols would you trust with your life? And did we leave out a workhorse sidearm that you think belongs here? Drop your answer down in the comments. If you learned something today, hit that like button, share this with a buddy, and don't forget to subscribe. Stay armed, stay informed, and I'll see you next time right here on Gunman Ballistics.